back to Mono Rant at the Movies, a podcast where we rant about films you may have seen at house parties. I'm one of your hosts and jack of all trades, Mono, and chuckling to herself about how all the little babies are going to burn is my co-host and master of none, Ciara.
Well, part of the Vatican II Council in the 1960s, John Paul II actually pardoned all babies from purgatory, said that their souls were innocent, so they're not going to burn.
That would be an ecumenical matter.
Yes, it was.
But yes, today we are talking the Christmas apocalypse movie, Legion.
Yeah, it starts on December 23rd.
Yeah, I was like, let's do Legion, completely forgetting that it was Christmas kind of theme.
Except for the date at the very start, there's no mention of Christmas.
No, when Tyrese's character shows up, he says Happy Christmas to...
Oh, does he?
Yeah, there's one or two Happy Christmases mentioned, but beyond that, yeah, you just get the date at the start of the 23rd of December.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just happy coincidence. It's a Christmas movie, a Christmas apocalypse.
It's fitting.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've mentioned it in the past when we talked about, or when we were doing Daybreakers, and other times when we've talked about like this, Daybreakers, and Priest.
Yeah.
And I discovered yesterday that this and Priest were the same director and writer. Or at least the same director anyway.
Yeah, no, you can see they kind of live in the same world.
Yeah. And there is a follow-on to this that's sci-fi
Dominion?
made. Dominion, yeah. It ran for like 2 seasons. It's set, 25 years after the events of the movie?
Yeah, I know very little about it apart from that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I literally only discovered it when I was flicking through the trivia. But where Daybreakers wrapped up fast, on the rewatch of this, I actually thought it wasn't so much that it wrapped up fast, but it has a little bit of a weaker ending.
Yeah, it's a bit kind of like 11th hour rescue.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll get onto it later on in the podcast, but yeah,
I can't help but feel like it was something where they wanted to do something and it wasn't going to work, and they just kind of went, "Fuck it, we'll do this instead."
Rewrite the ending. Yeah, well, no, just because we had said that those were 3 films that we always felt wrapped up quite fast.
Yeah,
and on a rewatch, I was like, oh no, it actually doesn't wrap up overly fast. It just wraps up kind of a little bit unsatisfying.
Yeah,
but still, I do still really enjoy this film.
Yes.
And particularly for the angels.
Yeah, it's nice to see a weird kind of more biblically, well, at least Old Testament accurate angel.
Yeah, there's some angry angels.
All full of like fucking
full
piss and vinegar.
Yeah, full of God's wrath.
Oh God, yeah. And then the juxtaposition with the seraphim of Michael and Gabriel, who do have a measure of
honour
and integrity and faith and a core belief, as opposed to being kind of the more mindless drones, which are the dogs of heaven.
Yeah, that certainly
who are
comes
just
across.
Like, you just point and release.
I think it's one of the most fun aspects of the movie.
They're dogs with bees in their mouths, and they bark, they
shoot bees
at you.
There are no bee shooting dogs, unfortunately.
There are bees.
Well, are they not flies?
There's something.
Insects.
Yeah.
Flying insects.
Yeah. One of God's old favourites.
A whole shit. Well, yeah. Well, should win the plague locusts. They didn't look like locusts, though.
No, but he does love a good old bug plague.
Oh, he does love a plague.
Yeah.
But before we get even further into it, should we go for a summary?
Yeah. I mean, it's not a terribly evolved movie.
No, nor is my summary. Because God just up and decides he's done with us one Christmas and kickstarts the apocalypse. Not ready to give up on humanity, lone Archangel Michael takes it on himself to stop the host of heaven and save the mother of a new Messiah who is trapped in a dead-end diner with a legion of angels waiting outside.
Yeah, it's kind of Day of the Dead in the shopping mall.
Well, I mean, there's so many, Cabin in the
trapped
Woods
in a closet.
A bunch of people brought together through circumstance have to survive the night type film.
Yeah.
But this time it's angels that they're trying to survive from.
Yes, fun angels.
Yeah.
The good, not the classic, be not afraid. Oh, be afraid.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Oh, yeah.
One of the things that I do like, and I kind of jokingly said it in the summary, that like God just up and decides he's done with us. But that really is what happens in this movie.
Yeah, he's off playing skee ball.
Because not even, he just, because you get a bit of narration at the start where it's like, my mom always told me God was good and kind and blah, 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 blah. And then one day my dad up and left and she stopped talking about the kind and loving God and started talking about a wrathful God. She's like, one day when I got the courage to ask her why God changed, she said, oh, I guess he was just done with all the bullshit. And you're kind of like, oh, well, that's just a bitter woman whose husband has left her. But no, God has just decided he's done with all the bullshit. And this woman somehow knew. But yeah, that's it. There's no more explanation than that.
And Michael is sent, apparently there is a chance for mankind and some random unborn baby. Because, yay, good luck with that, motherfucker.
It's like God had a backup plan in case he decided to change his mind.
Well, it's, I think, if the faithful can prove themselves type thing.
Yeah, but now God decides, nah, fuck that shit. And it's like, Michael,
I'm done. I'm completely done. You aren't getting out. There is no get out of jail free card. Because I'm going to remove it.
Yep, and starts the apocalypse, and the movie, after the narration, the movie starts with Michael landing on Earth.
Yes, I love his collar.
His collar is cool. The cutting off the wings thing.
Well, he has to fall.
But
in order to move. I thought the first time I watched it, I don't know what, I think I was having a stroke.
You just weren't paying attention, but you ended up hitting on something that would have been better.
I thought he killed the dog. Yeah. And I thought, the taking of an innocent life to fall.
Yeah.
And you were like, no, he just cut off his wings. And I was like,
Well, I wasn't sure until the second time we watched it, because the dog does yelp.
Yeah.
But it's just a yelp of fear.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is just that he cuts off his wings, and then you see the kind of
the halo come down
and unlock the collar around
that
the neck.
I really liked that.
That's a nice touch, as are the tattoos.
Yes, all the scripture.
But yeah, when you said that, I was like, I don't think that's what happened, but that would have been better to have him, even if you had to do both. But yeah, if it was the taking of an innocent life. I mean, not that we're ever fond of seeing animals die on screen, but in this time it would have actually kind of fit.
Yeah, because he does show remorse as well for his actions. Like, even though what he's doing is in his heart the right thing, and he is very, very clear about, I love God and I'm giving him not what he needs. But what he wants.
You don't get that until a little bit later. I think that comes in a flashback after he meets up with everybody at the diner. So it would also have been kind of cool because...
Well, when he's talking to the possessed cop.
Yeah, but at that point you don't know they're angels.
No.
You could very easily assume that they are demons. But he's landed on Earth, killed a dog, beat up some guy, stole a whole load of guns.
He didn't kill the dog.
No, but if he did kill the dog, he would have killed the dog, smashed into a building, beat up a guy, stole a whole load of guns, blown a hole in a building, and then shot 2 cops.
Yeah.
So then when he shows up at the diner, you'd have been like,
oh crap.
Yeah, even with the possession bit, you wouldn't have been sure about him.
Yeah, you're like, is he coming to end the job? Is this like the Antichrist? Is this why the apocalypse is on the go?
Yeah, is this an angel gone rogue to start the apocalypse, or is this an angel trying to help humans?
Yeah.
And actually in that bit where he's
I feel like it could have been more ambiguous as to his role with the kid until they got to the diner.
That's kind of the point.
It would have added to it.
It would have added to it.
Yeah. Or even just if they had been like, why are you defying the orders? And if they had mentioned anything about whether or not the child must live or die.
Did they mention it at that point? I can't remember.
I think he says something about saving the child.
I thought it was just that he had orders to follow, and then Michael says, I'm following my own orders now.
Yeah.
But speaking of that scene, that fucking cop.
Yeah,
before he gets possessed.
Oh, yeah, that made me real uncomfortable.
It's supposed to be a kind of, be careful of what you wish for, because the cop is like, this place needs a good old fucking fire, earthquake.
It's also kind of reinforcing this idea that God has given up on them. That even those that are supposed to protect have failed.
Yeah, but just watching it in 2022, it was No, in fairness, the other cop who's in the car beside him, who's sitting there listening to your man talking about a fire that's going to burn them all down, he just goes, good old boy barbecue, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, awkward laugh.
But one of the bits of trivia was the thingy. Michael steals the car and it's in the film. Then the cop car is in the film throughout it.
Yeah, and
it has the number 1127 on the top. And in the trivia, it said that was a significant angel number to people who are into that kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
So I decided to look it up.
Oh god.
Oh
no.
I was just curious. I was like, what the hell is an angel number, and what the hell specifically is 1127? None of them can agree. I went to 10 different angel number websites, and not a single one. Well, sorry, one agreed, but only in so much as it said this number can have multiple meanings, and it listed all the other meanings I had seen on the other websites.
Yeah, angel numbers. There are some numbers that have significance that run throughout the Bible.
Oh yeah, like your 7s and your 40s and things like that. Yeah.
But yeah, angel numbers, it's just one of these weird mysticism things that's hung on.
Yeah, whereas the important numbers in the Bible are more to do with symbology.
Yeah.
Like 40 was not necessarily to mean 40 days and 40 nights. It was just a long enough time to get a task done.
Yeah. Or
to get a thing done. It's why we say 40 winks when referring to sleep.
Yeah, and a lot of things to do with the lunar calendar and breakdown of that. Obviously, because it was important for date keeping and that sort of thing. But yeah,
1127 is just some bullshit. It's just some bullshit.
Yeah.
But yeah, after that, the cop scene and their introduction to Michael, we get introduced to everybody in the diner.
Oh, the diner in the middle of like actual butt fuck nowhere.
Oh yeah.
Good God. Oh, it is desolate. I actually have great respect for people who live in places like that because I couldn't do it.
Oh no, I mean remote, we've said before, remote in Ireland is a relative term. A very fucking relative term.
And there's like nature. It's not just brown and
just desolate dirt landscape.
And flat and just, oh my God.
It is an excellent setting for what comes.
Yeah, because you have this incredible vista. So you can see things approaching from a distance. Like you can see these clouds kind of rumbling in from both sides. And you get the idea that this little tiny diner called Paradise Falls is going to be ground zero of these two apocalyptic like armies meeting.
One of the things that I really like about the setting is that it lends to, if that were say like a zombie film or a monster film or something like that, either the zombies would have to shamble there from ages away, or if it was like vampires, a single group would have to show up and terrorize them throughout the night.
It would be a like vampires style thing where they have like the roadhouse. Yeah,
and it's one group that's attacking them. Yeah. But in this, because they're angels possessing people,
they can just show up.
They all just drive to the diner.
I know.
It's fucking deadly.
And it's really funny because you can see them coming from afar. The ice cream truck is my favourite.
Oh yeah, and it's our other favourite creature guy.
Oh yeah, Doug
Jones, not Brian Steele today.
No, Doug Jones. Tall, weird and creepy. And I also
not in it for long enough though.
No, but I do like the ice cream truck.
Oh, he's great, but like if we had gotten say the same amount of time out of him as we did
Gladys.
Gladys,
I love Gladys.
because ice cream guy just shows up, is creepy, and then gets gunned down, and it was like, oh, that was a bit anticlimactic.
No, Gladys, I love Gladys. Gladys does one of my favourite possessed people things, which is the foot drag across the floor with the arms straight out. I love that. There's something that I do.
Oh, my favourite use of that, to bring it back to the start of the episode, is in Father Ted, when Owen McLove is coming.
Oh,
and the little old lady comes over to Mrs. Doyle. When's he coming? Yeah, she just glides across the floor as well.
I was going to also say the nuns in the Blues Brothers do it too.
Oh,
she hoovers across.
But yeah, no, Gladys does that.
I love
after her
that.
little rant about all the babies burning.
I'm sorry. Evil little old ladies. There is something just I'm terrified of evil children.
Yeah.
But give me all the evil little old ladies.
Cackling evil old ladies.
Nanageddon.
Oh, Nanageddon. Fuck me, I'd forgotten about Nanageddon.
I love that episode. Evil old ladies. Yes, all day long. Thank you.
Yeah, no, Gladys is great fun. Especially when...
the skillet to the face?
The bite out of Howard and then getting the skillet to the face.
Fucking Gladys don't go down either.
No, Gladys goes up onto the ceiling.
She's quite spry.
Yeah, and Gladys is also not in it for particularly long, but
she's incredibly effective.
Oh yeah, she's great.
As the first of these angels that you come across, she's fucking brilliant.
Particularly because it's all like her
charming them.
Her scene is paced out so nicely. Yeah, she kind of charms them, and then she drops the little thing about how Charlie, our kind of main female lead, who's the mother of the new Messiah, how the baby is going to burn, and she's like, "Fuck you, lady," and then she starts chuckling about how all the little babies are going to burn. And
everyone else in the diner is like, "Hey, you can't be saying shit like that. Like, we know you're a little old lady, but like, shut the fuck up."
Then calls the excellent Kate Walsh.
Yes. Oh my God, she's amazing in this.
It's not her best role, but she's not got a huge amount to go on. Like in other things I've seen her in, she's way better.
No, but I do really enjoy her.
I always enjoy her, but I've seen her way better. It's just she doesn't have a lot to go on in this.
I've actually just finished the 3rd season of Emily in Paris, and she's in that, and her character is completely bananas.
She's great fun in
The Umbrella Academy.
The Umbrella Academy as well. But yeah, no, she gets called a cunt by Gladys.
Yeah.
And her man tries to stand up for her and gets his neck ripped out.
Howard is like straight up there.
What do you mean fair fucks? He thinks it's just a little old lady who's shooting her mouth off.
I know, but...
Not exactly a big man standing up to little old Gladys. Now, if he had known what Gladys was capable of and still stood up to her, then yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Poor Howard.
His death scene.
Oh, Howard didn't deserve that. He's a bit of a dick. But
yeah, but he didn't deserve that.
No. Neither did Percy.
Percy goes out like a boss.
Yeah.
And Percy is great fun. Dab hand with a skillet.
Yeah.
Both cooking on it and throwing it.
And that's a big fucking skillet.
And he has that great line after the locusts appear, or whatever plague of flying insects appear later on, and they come back to the diner and they're running in, and Dennis Quaid's character Bob is like, "What happened?" He's like, "Somebody needs to get a Bible." He's like, "What?" He's like, "Well, somebody needs to start praying."
Charles S. Dutton.
Yes, Charles S. Dutton, who we were joking was non-union Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah,
but Percy's great fun in this.
Yeah, no, Percy is an absolute character.
I will say, actually, because only a couple of weeks ago we did Dead Snow, and we were kind of saying that you didn't really get much off any of the characters. Now, we didn't mind, because it's still a really fun film.
Yeah, where the characters
but you actually get quite well fleshed out characters in this for a 90-minute film, because Tyrese Gibson's character, is it Jack? Kyle. I was way off.
Oh no, no, because when he jumps off the roof to try and save the kid.
Yeah,
that's the only time I think you get his name, when she's like going, Kyle! And then you see her like fucking drop off the roof like a sack of potatoes past the window.
So in 90 minutes we find out that we've got Bob, who runs the diner, as Dennis Quaid.
Yeah.
Who bought the diner years ago thinking that there was going to be some big
development. But they move it down the road and he's left looking like a fool, and the wife leaves him. And his kid's called Jeep. Why?
Yeah, I don't know why his kid's called Jeep.
Jeep's a sweetheart.
Well, apparently Bob makes bad choices, so that's probably why Jeep. But... But yeah, so you've got this. So he's still committed to running this diner, but
he's also trying to keep his dad on the straight and narrow.
No, but Bob is committed to running the diner, but he doesn't want his son to end up like him. Jeep is sweet on Charlie, who's pregnant with somebody else's kid, and you never find out who. Yeah, she kind of is like whatever. But she wants to give up the kid for adoption because she feels like she's not ready to be a mother because she's just wasted her life. Yeah. Jeep is real sweet on her and is like making pretty much willing to raise the kid with her rather than have her adopt it. He's happy with whatever is going as long as he can be in her life. Yeah. He doesn't really care. It's kind of adorable and tragic. Yeah. And then you've got Howard and is it Audrey? No, Sandra as the parents who are moving their troublesome daughter miles away from her bad influence friends, but it turns out she's actually the one who's the troublemaker. Yeah. And then Kyle has a kid that he can't see anymore because of the bad choices he made as a youngster, and he tries to impart his wisdom onto Audrey. Yeah. And it isn't really and then appreciated. Percy is kind of one of the only people we don't really get a backstory for. He's missing a hand, and I'm pretty sure he served. Yeah. But yeah, everybody else is actually religious. Yeah. Yeah, he's religious. Everybody else is pretty well fleshed out. Yeah. And you do get the feeling about Percy, just the feeling, it's never said, that he's kind of Bob's right-hand man. Yeah, he's been there through it all with Bob. I think Bob probably took a chance on him. And he's incredibly loyal. Yeah. And yeah, for a one-handed dude with a hook for a hand who would normally scare the ever-loving shite out of me, I love him. Oh yeah, no, he doesn't have as much backstory as the rest of them, but he's still a really fun character. Mm. But yeah, no, I was thinking about that, and they are actually for the type of film it is. And they all have some measure of growth. Like, some fall apart under pressure, and the ones that you think would the only crumble end up... actually making a stand for something or developing in some way. Except for Howard. Howard's only growth is boils. Oh. I did like the upside down crucifixion though. That was a nice touch. Yeah. And the literally boiling boils. Yeah. Oh. No. Apologies if you do hear the occasional cough throughout today's episode, folks. That is why we were missing the last week or two. We just have had a somewhat voice-destroying cold flu thing, but thankfully not COVID. No, again. But yeah, we'll do our best to keep our dying to the background of the episode. But yeah, the only other main character we haven't talked about is Michael, played by Paul Bettany.
Yes, played amazingly by Paul Bettany.
Yeah, no, it's definitely one of Paul Bettany's fun roles. I do like Paul Bettany as well.
Yeah, no, I've always liked him. I think I saw him in A Knight's Tale.
I've never seen A Knight's Tale, but
He's the Herald. He's amazing.
Yeah, you've always said that he's quite fun, one of the fun characters.
Yeah, no, he is. He's one of the better things about it.
It's got Alan Tudyk in it as well.
Yeah,
I really should give it a watch, shouldn't I?
The three of them together, because it's Heath Ledger, Paul Bettany and Alan Tudyk are like the main cast, and just the three of them together are great fun as they pull off this mad trade. And I think Rufus Sewell is in it as well, and like I'll literally watch him like a wall.
Who?
Rufus Sewell.
Help me out. I'm drawing a blank. Oh no, if you have to go to your phone, forget about it.
No, I'm just going to show you a picture of him. You know him.
I know the name, I just can't put a face to it.
He looks like Joaquin Phoenix in Gladiator.
No, that doesn't help at all. That does not help at all. But yeah, no, it is kind of Paul Bettany playing to type, in that he often gets cast as these kind of, oh yeah, that's Rufus Sewell. But
he looks like Joaquin Phoenix in Gladiator.
Yeah, he kind of does. But yeah, it is Paul Bettany a little bit cast to type as the kind of stoic action guy.
Well,
when he's playing an archangel who's rebelling against God, technically, how else do you play it? And he does it really well. Like the speech that he has about when Jeep asks him.
Oh, when he's talking to Jeep, I love that whole bit.
That's really, really well written, and I do really
it's
like. It's
really well the way he delivers it as well. It's not like it could come across as really patronising.
Yeah, especially considering he's talking specifically to Jeep about the fact that he loves a woman who's carrying somebody else's child, and he doesn't,
he doesn't sugarcoat anything, but it's said in such a gentle way.
Yeah, it's not condescending at all, and the message behind it is really, really nice.
And he's not belittling Jeep's choices the way Jeep's dad has been as well. Mm. He's commending him for them and being like, this is why. Yeah. You by yourself are why I've gone and done a whole load of shit I probably shouldn't have done.
Yeah. But that I do like that core idea as well of the angel who's rebelling. It's flipped. Mm. Because oftentimes even in Dogma, the angel rebels because they're pissed off at the freedoms that humans have been given and they haven't.
It's always the good old free will argument.
Yeah, whereas in this, it's God who's given up on humanity, and an angel who says he was the first of all to bow before humans is like, no, I still have this incredible love for them and I'm not willing to give up on them. And he's got no bitterness about it. In fact, even to the point where other angels would be like, I have no choice and I had to follow God's orders. When God's orders change, he's so faithful to the original orders. Yeah,
he's like, rebels. No, you don't mean to do this.
And he has that line, obviously, with Gabriel later about you give him what he asks for or wants, and I give him what he needs. Yeah. Or I aim to give him what he needs. And
what God needed was a fucking wake up call.
Yeah, and it can be played a little bit cheap at times in the film. Yeah. But particularly when he's delivering that speech to Jeep. It's really, really well done.
No, there are moments throughout this that make you really stop and kind of question.
Or even when Dennis Quaid is talking to Jeep as well and saying he doesn't want him to make the mistakes that he made. Yeah. The start of that argument is Jeep saying, I just have a feeling, and it's a feeling that I gotta do what's right kind of thing. Yeah. And normally when a son says that to a father, it's like, okay, son, you follow your heart. But he counters with saying, well, when I built this place, that's basically exactly what I was doing.
I was like, I told your mom that we were going to break it in. I had a feeling
it was...
And then they moved the whole thing, down the road, and this place was left desolate.
And and it was, again, it's a nice change to see, because normally that conversation would
real.
Go kind of...
It was actual, no, these are the realities of the situation. This is how an argument would go in the real world. When you care about somebody, you can see them making the same mistakes.
It was harsh, It was definitely it's a reality check that he gets, and it's harsh, but it's not quite the Man of Steel. Maybe you should have let those school kids drown, Clark, so that your secret wouldn't come out. Yeah. But it's real. And there's a couple of moments in the film that are done really, really well.
No, I think that's why I like this so much, because it is, they're trying to save a baby, but everything else that's going on is so interesting. That you really care and you want them to get out, and you want characters. And you want to see what they're doing. Some of them are a bit meh. And you kind of want some of them, Bob kind of gets a redemption.
Yeah, I'd say Bob, Kyle, Jeep. Yeah, ones you really get like proper kind of emotional stuff out of character wise.
Kyle thought because Kyle has a big ass fucking gun, and they're all like, "Where'd you get the gun?"
Yeah, and I like that they make the thing out of a gun that they're trying.
They're all like, "Damn, he's got a big gun," because they have a shotgun in the place, but it makes sense. It's a diner garage in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah,
they're gonna have a shotgun under the counter. That's just
why is this guy carrying?
And all the rest of the weaponry arrive with Paul Bettany in the cop car, and like. Stupid, like you would be arrested immediately if anybody opened the trunk of that car.
Well, it's a cop car.
It is a cop car, but I think duffel bags full of weaponry might be a bit much.
Yeah, probably.
Although it was an LAPD cop car, so they might be like, yeah.
All those guns do lead to a great scene, though, when all the angels are arriving in cars later on and they're just unloading on them all.
Yeah. I there's something about angels all like carpooling. Somewhere.
Yeah, it's hilarious. And even when the like demolition derby angels show up later on for the kind of trap ambush bit.
Oh yeah.
They're all in their rally cars. Like it's just that I like because they've
just been possessing people.
They have just been possessing. He says
they've like literally been agent smithing people.
That was another thing I liked about it. That I've just remembered. It's never actually said, but Michael says that the weak-willed are the easiest to turn and be possessed, and that's what that's how the angels are possessing people. And then randomly later on, somebody says something about the weak turning and killing the strong. Yeah. And obviously, again, this is the weak-willed. But I was just like, that's a nice little spin on the meek shall inherit the earth.
Yeah.
Is the meek shall inherit the earth, because they're all going to turn into angels that want to kill you. Yes. I do like the way the angel possession looks when it's happening. I like wibbly, fast head movements.
Yeah. It really reminded me of something, and I can't think of what it is now. Never mind. There's tons of stuff like that where you've got somebody changing shape, like doing that weird spinny head thing.
Yeah, it's just I just like the little touch of it, especially when they're in that scene when they're all driving towards them. And you can see everybody in the cars vibrating. And their heads are all like freaking out. So that did lead me to think, why were all those people driving there if they're only now being possessed? Because
everybody was fleeing LA because the apocalypse has started.
True, that's a good point.
And they're fleeing to the desert to get away. So you've got a whole caravan of people heading to your destination.
Finally.
Yay!
Just what you've always asked for, Bob. I suppose I know that is a fair point, because you do have that bit where
like when they get there,
when Michael shows up,
he's bashing the TV and it's got this is not a test.
No. At the very, very start, when Michael first shows up and he's having the confrontation with the cops, you hear over the radio in the car, you hear a couple of things being said, but one of the things you hear is "man down," and then Michael says, "It's already started."
Yeah, and you're like, "What's already started?"
Yeah, and then you have the bit where the TV and the radio cut out.
Yeah, the phone line goes dead.
And
then the TV
on,
says it's not a test.
Later on, Charlie gets the signal on the radio about
they're being
militias being set up and trying to fight back, and this area might be safe and that area might be safe. And I did like that.
There's Red Ridge. It's like an hour away from them, which is I think where they make the break for with Howard.
Which might also be where other people are trying to get to.
Yeah, people are trying to get out to safe spots. It's classic apocalypse, flee populated areas.
I like that they chose to include that, so it's not just these guys are out in the middle of nowhere, but there is still other shit happening.
Yeah, like this is actually global. And this is just one little snippet of it in an area that's really excluded.
Yeah, obviously there's important stuff happening, and that's why we're focusing on it with the baby. But beyond that, it's nice that you get this sense of, especially with the cloud of insects off to one side and the massive dust cloud off on the other side. It's like, oh shit. Yeah,
but
it's
especially like, given that we're watching this in 2022, it's kind of like what happened for like a lot of people when everything locked down for COVID, and there was people out hiking and shit like that.
Yeah.
Not knowing what's going on because you're cut off. It being like the perfect place for a showdown of literal heavenly proportions.
Yeah. Oh, we forgot to mention Kevin Durant.
Oh, yes, Kevin Durant, all our great Lords of Pachna.
Yes, our Lords of Pachna, because we always have to get in with the Stargate references.
And his little hat.
His lovely little straw hat and his little man skirt.
Oh my God.
Sorry, Kevin Durant, you were a
I
fantastic actor.
I love you, but you will forever and always be our Lords of Pachna.
Yep, even though you're playing the Archangel Gabriel in this.
And so well.
Oh, and his fucking kick-ass
mace thing? Yeah, no, I just really like the fact that he's just ever so slightly better.
Oh yeah, he is. It's like the
he's got that perfect seething little brother hatred.
Yeah. You were the really rebellious brother, but God still prefers you, and I do everything he asks, but he still prefers you.
The man is a master of a lip twitch.
Oh God, yeah.
His entire, like, none of the rest of his face moves.
When if all, it does, all the acting is in the lips.
If it does, I'm not paying attention
all
to
the
that
acting
because
is in the lips.
he can. Yeah, no, he's so emotive through just these little like lip curls and snarls and stuff. And that really helps with this kind of barely leashed rage and jealousy.
Yeah, and he's not,
like oozing with it.
He's not in it for what, maybe 4 or 5 scenes.
I don't care.
But yeah, no, he's excellent throughout it.
He has good like battle cry.
He kind of does, yeah.
Yeah, he just goes for it. He's a full on brawler as well.
One thing I will say though is I think I could have used a few more monster attacks.
Yeah, it got very swiftly to boss.
Yeah, because you have...
There wasn't even
Gladys,
any, like, boss henchmen.
Yeah, you've got Gladys at the start.
Or a big, like, surge.
And then you've got the Ice Cream Man is the first to show up, kind of...
Yeah. Of the
everybody coming from the outside.
And then there's, like, the Leather Daddy...
Well, you got the big attack in the cars, and then they shoot a couple of people, and then...
You've got the taunting later on.
Well, then Michael says that was a test of our strength. The next attack will be a test of our weakness.
Yeah.
And there's no real next attack beyond the ambush thing, which I suppose could be seen as it.
The test of their weakness.
I suppose it's Howard, but that's only one thing. It just felt like after that first attack, they kind of they let them off a little bit easy.
Yeah.
If it's supposed to be the whole host of heaven coming to get this baby,
and they're on a bit of a deadline because that kid is like due.
Yeah, they don't want the baby to be born, and when the baby is born, normal
because presumably December 25th is the deadline for that baby popping out.
Well, yeah, it seems to
stands to reason. Like you think they would have been like full on non-stop and to get in there.
Yeah.
To get
especially because once the baby is born, normal angels can't go near it.
Well, they do get nearer. But
they can't do anything. They don't. Like Michael says,
they can't. They can't do it. Yeah,
that's why they send in Gabriel once the baby's born.
Well, they have. Then it makes sense that they're holding back because they have her cornered.
I suppose.
And they've been picking off everybody else.
Yeah, it's not so much narratively. I just kind of wanted some more monster scenes.
Yeah.
Like the kid and the ambush scene is fun with all the rally guys. But yeah, I suppose I can't complain too much because we did get all that good character stuff.
Yeah.
But it is only a 90-minute movie, so maybe another 10 or 15 minutes and have another 1 or 2 kind of attack scenes. Because one of our characters just dies off screen in a car crash.
Yeah, which is kind of
and it's
shitty.
Literally just, Jeep says, "Oh, did she make it?"
And they're
it's
like, no.
Oh,
in fairness,
really?
Nobody should have survived that.
Well, no, nobody should have survived that car crash. But,
especially that,
but
like,
3 out
brand
of 4
new
people,
baby.
including 3 out of 4 people, including a brand new baby, survived. So, yeah.
With minimal injury.
Yeah, maybe we could have had another scene
that
where she
was
gets
a little bit
out.
shitty. I've completely forgotten the actual actress's name, which...
That's Audrey is Willa Holland.
Yes, thank you, because I was like, I know her name is not Thea.
No, that's her character in Arrow.
And I really like her in this because she is, like, she does bratty teenage girl so well.
She's talking about how she would have liked to have gotten double teamed by some meth head truckers. After Taryn asked her why she's dressing like that.
But she really can do that. That girl. And you get to see her soften.
Yeah.
And grow and face some really harsh realities in this. And she doesn't deserve what happens to her.
Well, no, she's the one who dies off screen.
Yeah, it's shit. It's really shit. Yeah, she doesn't deserve it.
It's
and all the way up until that point, like she's there, like kicking. She's like taking on a freaking archangel in the backseat of a car, like just like pounding on him with her fists.
Yeah,
and like God love the girl, but like a stiff breeze could take her.
Especially because it's the type of film where you're like, okay, Mother of the Messiah is probably going to survive. her puppy dog love interest who follows her around.
Her Joseph.
Her Joseph, probably going to survive. Everybody else probably just cannon fodder, you know, or motivation for the heroes to survive. But Audrey makes it so far, and you think, oh, she's the innocent youth who's grown, and maybe she'll survive. Nope, dies off screen.
Yeah, she'll be
Spoiler.
there as like some sort of support, and she'll be of importance because he's the protector, and he's now getting these like
he gets the tattoos.
The tattoos transferred to him. Maybe that she had something to do with that.
I was just that she was going to help them on the road in the future.
I know that there's the three of them, but they could have had 3 and 3 as one of those, you know. Woo.
Yeah.
So, but I felt like they could have kept her on.
Yeah, just don't kill her off screen, or if you are going to kill her off,
in fairness,
give us some more angels doing it.
I would have almost preferred it if she had survived the car crash, made it to the top of the cliff, and then been taken out by Gabriel in some sort of...
Just if you're going to kill her off,
in some sort of sacrifice way, because she had gotten to that point.
Yeah, have her die on screen, because she was a character who nearly survived to the end, and then we could have gotten some more little action like I wanted. It would be one of my only major complaints, is that I could have done with a few more like attack scenes, monster scenes, particularly because
although watching two angels wail on each other was very fun.
Yes.
Like that, in fairness, the Gabriel Michael stuff is actually quite a sizable chunk.
Yeah, it's just, well, actually, I suppose my other main complaint would be the ending is, it's not so that it's a cop out, it's just like, oh, it was a bit of the easy way out.
Yeah.
But endings are hard.
Endings are hard.
Endings are hard, and it's not the worst ending by any means. It's just, especially because everything else we got up to that point was so fun and quite well. We had some really well written scenes and some really fun characters. It ends a bit like, oh, oh really? Oh, okay, fair enough. And it kind confusingly...
It felt a little bit like they were going for the end of Terminator when she's like making the tapes for John Connor.
Yeah, because it's...
It's literally them in a Jeep with the monologue. It really is the driving off into the sunset ending, which I always feel is something that companies do when the studio is
test audiences.
Yeah, or the studio's being a bitch.
That was absolutely the case in Daybreakers, because Daybreakers ends with them driving off into a sunrise with a fucking voiceover that absolutely
and
wasn't
I
necessary.
always just feel like it's something that studios put pressure on filmmakers to do because audiences don't understand the metaphor or whatever. But in this, I felt like they were almost kind of keeping the door open, which they did go on and expand it with Dominion. But I would have appreciated a bit more care in wrapping it up.
For me, it's just... God just seems like somebody who can't make up his mind in this film. He's like, fuck it, I'm going to stay at the apocalypse.
Yeah,
and then Michael shows him that humans might actually be worthwhile. And he's like, oh, okay, fine, well, I won't kill them all. But I'm not going to stop my angels from killing them. I'm just going to let your Messiah try and prove his worth.
Yeah.
God seems very wishy-washy.
I won't kill the baby. If we're going with
I'll reinstate you as an archangel.
If we're going with the Old Testament God, in fairness, he lost his shit over a bet.
He lost his shit over quite a lot of things.
Yeah.
Did Old Testament God.
Yeah.
But yeah, God just seems a little bit wishy-washy. The ending's not super strong, and I could have used some more angels.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's still a really fun film.
Oh, yeah, no, I highly recommend watching it. It's one of those films that you're kind of like... First watch, you're like, what the fuck's going on? Second watch, you're like, yeah, it's this guy.
Yeah. No, I would say this one might not be for everybody.
No, this is also a film that could possibly cause arguments.
What, like moral arguments?
No, just, Donnie, remember arguing about Donnie Darko?
Oh, I don't know that it's that kind of those. We can have those kind of arguments about it, but we can have those kind of arguments about fucking anything.
I know.
Yeah, no, it's not. I think there is nice bits of depth in this, definitely, to the characters and to some of the moral stuff. It's not like anything really philosophical, I wouldn't say. No,
well, the whole conversation he has with Jeep and about faith and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the stuff that I do. I really like. And again, as I said, the fact that it's a nice twist on the rebellious angel story.
Yeah, he's rebelling before the greater good.
The greater good. But yeah, I mean, if you liked most of the other films we've covered, you probably like this one too. And we've been fairly spoiler heavy, so you've probably already seen it.
Paul Bettany in this is phenomenal. I always enjoy Dennis Quaid, and I like gruff old man Dennis Quaid.
I've just realised that I said, we didn't talk about Michael yet. No, we didn't talk about Gabriel yet. We absolutely haven't said fuck all about Charlie, except for
Yeah,
very briefly.
Yeah.
She's there. She's not terrible. Adrian
Padalecki.
Palicki.
I don't know. She's your one who dies on the ceiling
in the first episode of
Supernatural. She was in Friday Night Lights as well, but I never watched that.
So was Jeep? Lucas Black, but I think he was in the movie. Was there a movie version of it?
I have no idea.
I think he was in the movie version of that. He was also in the Tokyo Drift, wasn't he?
Yes.
Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. And obviously so was Tyrese Gibson in the various Fast and Furious films.
Tokyo Drift is the best one.
Is there a best one?
Yeah.
Or are they all just insane films?
I just remember the one with the safe being dragged down the road.
That is, I think, where they were like, we're not car films anymore. We're just ridiculous action films that have cars as set pieces.
Yes.
I mean, I'm down. Like some of the shit we've covered, I can hardly complain, like. But no, this one definitely is definitely a fun film. Yeah.
The CGI, not great.
It's not terrible.
It's not terrible, but it at some points it's a bit but it's forgiven for the fact that it's...
Well, they never focus on it for too long.
And there's enough stuff like the ice cream man being all like weird and stretchy looks like it was practical effects.
Yeah, I
so
think
they've taken the time and care where it really matters.
People scuttling on the ceiling looks a bit dodgy, but it's hard to get that to look
real
good, especially because it's
People
it's such an unnatural movement. How do you get it to look natural even when you're using the best CGI in the world anyway? So yeah, I wouldn't really mark it down too much for the CGI. There's nothing that's like aged terribly.
No.
And I think
the majority of it is practical as well, which helps.
Yeah, most of it I think is practical effects. And when Percy goes out, that looks great when you see.
No.
But was there anything else that you did or didn't like about it?
I like it. It's not one that I'd be like, yeah, let's go watch that. But every now and again, I'm like, let's watch that.
Let's whip out Legion. Yeah, it is that kind of film. You have to be in the mood for it, I think.
Yeah.
But when you're in the mood for it's very fun.
Because bits of it are quite serious.
Mm.
But those really serious bits that make you stop and go, then are interspersed with like moments of like ridiculously.
Yeah, those scenes are kind of written better than they have any right to be, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. But it adds.
I wonder.
It actually does add to it quite a lot because like you've got Paul Bettany like dual wielding like ridiculously massive assault rifles, and then having this sweet tender moment with a guy who's having a crisis of faith.
Yeah, I think there's definitely more in this film than you might expect.
Yeah,
definitely.
It does come a bit out of left field. You'll be watching and just kind of going, oh damn, I need to go call my mom. Like,
but I'd be interested now to see if we have a similar reaction when we rewatch Priest.
No, Priest is silly action.
Is it just is it going to be?
Priest is silly action. It's Paul Bettany and Carla Urban. So I
think I haven't seen that since the first time we watched it.
And it's a train across the desert, which is all.
That's the only thing I remember about it is the fight on the train.
Anything that's set on a train going somewhere, I'm kind of happy with. I don't know why train environments make me really happy.
Will we dig out Priest and do that next week then?
Yeah, it's upstairs in the box.
It's somewhere.
Yeah,
we'll find the DVD. We always do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that about wraps it up for Legion, guys. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. And if you have, maybe check it out again if you're in the mood for it, as we said.
Yeah.
And apologies for the delay in getting this episode up, but we would have been like this and
it was bad.
The whole time. Yeah, no, it was bad. It was bad. But normal scheduling will resume next week, I hope. I'll do our best.
Barring any major catastrophes.
Yep, and it might be Priest, it might be something else, depends on whether or not we can find it. But
what we get distracted by because we're magpies.
Yeah, we are very likely to get distracted and just do something completely different. But we will be back next week with something. Thanks for joining us, guys. In the meantime, if you want, you can head back and check out some of our previous episodes or our other podcast, Mono Rants the Boys. And if you want, you can come find us on Twitter at RantsMono, on Instagram at monorants_the_boys, or you can send your own rants to monorantspodcast@gmail.com. And we'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.
We are Science Fiction Remnant.
This is the Funny Science Fiction Podcast.
We are the Caribbean Science Fiction Network.
We are Monorants.
We are One Accord Level 2 Podcast.
This is Jesse from Sudden But Inevitable and Open Pike Night.
This is Sci-Fi.